safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Hello there and welcome back to Sussexful. I'm your host, Emma. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to support independent commentary and uplifting conversations about the Sussexes. Today's video looks at the interesting timing between two major announcements. Kate's upcoming Christmas Carol service. Just days after Meghan's new Netflix show, With Love, Meghan was revealed. This has sparked a fresh wave of debate among viewers and supporters. Many Squaddies are already marking December 5th to binge-watch Meghan's show, while others notice how often royal events seem to appear right after Sussex announcements. In this episode, we discuss Kate's annual Christmas service and its continued tradition, Meghan's new Netflix project that already has huge excitement around it, why people are watching the timing and comparing audience engagement, how the UK media continues to frame Kate versus Meghan, why Meghan has built a supportive global audience who genuinely connect with her work, and why both women and their audiences can exist without constant comparison. At Sussexful, we focus on positivity, truth, and open discussion. Harry and Meghan continue thriving on their own path, keeping their lives private while working on authentic, creative projects. Their supporters admire them for the heart, hard work, and purpose they bring into everything they do. Tell us in the comments, will you be watching Meghan's Netflix show? Do you think the timing of these announcements is a coincidence, or part of the usual royal media pattern? Comment below. Your thoughts matter here. Subscribe for more Sussex news, thoughtful commentary, and supportive community discussions. The Meghan versus Kate showdown, triumph of true heart. As the holiday season approaches, the contrast between Meghan's heartfelt Netflix announcement and Kate's Christmas Carol service couldn't be more stark. While Meghan's project just radiates genuine warmth and this real desire to spread positivity, Kate's annual carol service feels like, well, a desperate attempt to overshadow her sister-in-law's success. The royal family has long played an unfair game, using their platforms to sow discord and discredit those who dare to forge their own path. But this time, the public won't be fooled. Meghan's show, infused with her signature compassion and authenticity, is poised to captivate audiences worldwide, leaving Kate's carefully orchestrated event in the shadows. After all, true love and kindness can never be faked. Meghan's message of unity and empathy will resonate far deeper than the hollow spectacle of the Cambridge's carol service. As the world tunes in to Meghan's Netflix offering, the firm's efforts to eclipse her will only serve to highlight their own lack of substance and genuine connection. The people have spoken, and they've chosen the Duchess of Sussex's brand of heartfelt leadership over the Cambridge's desperate attempts at relevance. The rivalry between Kate and Meghan. The timing of Kate's announcement of her Christmas Carol service shortly after Meghan's Netflix show release is no coincidence. It's clear that Kate is trying to compete with and overshadow Meghan's highly anticipated project. The royal family has a history of playing an unfair game when it comes to the two duchesses, often pitting them against each other in a bid for public attention and favorability. Kate's decision to host her own holiday event seems like a calculated move to steal some of Meghan's spotlight and vie for the viewership and praise that Meghan's Netflix special is sure to receive. However, this thinly veiled attempt at one-upmanship only serves to highlight the petty rivalries and jealousies that continue to plague the Windsor clan. Rather than focusing on spreading love and positivity this holiday season, the royals appear more concerned with outdoing one another and preserving their own fragile egos. Meghan's show will likely be the one that truly captivates audiences with its message of compassion, while Kate's event will be viewed as merely another self-serving ploy in the ongoing feud between the two duchesses. Kate's hollow Christmas Carol service. Kate's upcoming Christmas Carol service is nothing more than a hollow attempt to compete with Meghan's heartfelt Netflix docuseries. While Kate claims the event will be focused on love, it's clear she lacks any true understanding of the concept. Instead of spreading genuine kindness and compassion, the Waleses have consistently chosen to sow seeds of hatred and negativity, both towards Meghan and others. No matter how hard they try, Kate's performance can never hold a candle to Meghan's authentic, unconditional love that shines through in everything she does. The contrast between the two women's approaches could not be more stark, one driven by a genuine desire to uplift and inspire, the other desperate to maintain a facade of superiority. As the world eagerly awaits Meghan's powerful Netflix debut, Kate's forced carol service of love will undoubtedly pale in comparison, a mere shadow of the genuine warmth and empathy Meghan brings to the world. Meghan's highly anticipated Netflix show is expected to garner immense viewership, potentially bursting the internet with its popularity. This groundbreaking project really represents Meghan's successful life and work, showcasing her talent, her resilience, and her ability to thrive despite the intense scrutiny she's faced. More importantly, the show allows Meghan to keep the UK media out of her business, denying them the opportunity to intrude on her personal and professional endeavors. As Meghan continues to forge her own path, her Netflix offering is poised to captivate audiences worldwide, solidifying her position as a powerful force who refuses to be defined by the constraints of the monarchy. The contrast between Meghan's show and Kate's traditional Christmas Carol service highlights the divergent approaches the two women have taken, with Meghan prioritizing her creative vision and personal narrative over the expected decorum and attention-seeking activities associated with the royal family. While Kate may be busy with mannequin work that doesn't require much brain effort, Meghan has things in her life that are successfully working for her. Unlike the Waleses, who seem to rely on Harry and Meghan's names to stay relevant, Meghan has built a life and career that is thriving on its own merits. Whereas Kate's Christmas Carol service may be more about performative decorum than genuine connection, Meghan's projects reflect her passion for making a meaningful impact. The contrast between the two could not be starker. Meghan's authenticity and drive stand in sharp relief to Kate's more superficial efforts. Ultimately, the public will make its own judgments, as the viewership and reception of their respective endeavors tell the true tale. The members of the royal family, like William, Kate, and Charles, have, often been labeled as monsters and even baggage for God by folks who are critical of their behavior. They're accused of spreading lies and hate, and honestly, just lacking the real love and compassion that should be at the heart of any family, especially one that's always in the public eye. And what's more, these royals haven't had to work for the privileges and wealth they enjoy. It's all just been handed to them because of their birthright. They haven't earned their elevated status through merit or service, but rather through, just the accident of their lineage. This whole perceived sense of entitlement and lack of genuine accomplishment only fuels the public's resentment towards them, since they're seen as benefiting from a system that's rigged in their favor, not one that rewards hard work or truly worthy deeds. It's pretty clear that Meghan and Kate each have their own, distinct audiences. While Kate's annual Christmas Carol service caters to a certain segment of the public, those tuning into Meghan's Netflix show are probably not the same viewers. This divide really reflects the vastly different public personas and fan bases of these two duchesses. Meghan's show promises a more progressive, global-minded perspective, which appeals to folks who are looking for an alternative to the traditional royal narrative. In contrast, Kate's event is likely to resonate more with the conventional royal enthusiasts. Ultimately, the viewership numbers will, speak for themselves. Meghan's fan base is poised to tune in with real enthusiasm, while Kate's audience, though loyal, might struggle to keep up. This divide just underscores the different paths the two women have chosen, each catering to distinct sensibilities within the public sphere. Kate's desperate attempts to steal the spotlight from Meghan's highly anticipated Netflix special have, honestly, reached a new level of pettiness. In a pretty transparent move to compete with the Duchess of Sussex, Kate has announced her own Christmas Carol service, set to air just days after Meghan's show comes out. It's clear the future Queen consort is feeling threatened by Meghan's growing popularity and influence, and is resorting to some, cheap tactics to try and overshadow her. However, Kate's boring and mumbling carol service is unlikely to attract the same level of interest and viewership as Meghan's program, which promises to be a heartfelt and authentic look at the holiday season. The royals' endless game of one-upmanship really just highlights their lack of genuine concern for the public and their obsession with keeping themselves relevant. As the world eagerly awaits Meghan's show, Kate's desperate efforts to steal the limelight will likely fall flat, further cementing the public's preference for the Duchess of Sussex's genuine approach over the Cambridge's hollow displays of pageantry. The inevitable truth is that Meghan's Christmas show on Netflix will, without a doubt, outperform Kate's carol service in viewership. Despite the royal family's constant efforts to compete and undermine Meghan's success, the public has spoken, and, their preferences are clear. The clowns, Kate and William, never seem to learn, as they just keep trying to overshadow Meghan's achievements. But honestly, their futile efforts only serve to highlight the stark contrast between Meghan's genuine connection with people and the Cambridge's superficial attempts to maintain their relevance. The real difference in warmth and compassion that radiates from Meghan's work, compared to the calculated and often cold persona of the Cambridges, is going to be reflected in those viewer numbers, solidifying Meghan's position as the true people's princess.